wanted something new, something that would bring out a different type of creativity. And chocolate kind of grabbed me. But it's kind of a story that has two parts to it. One was that time I was looking for something new, but then when I was a child, my mom did a lot of cooking and baking, and I spent my time in the kitchen with her. I was the one who licked the bowl.
That's the best.
Yeah, exactly. So I sat there waiting for that bowl. So that was me. And so I think, kind of coming full circle, that I see the influence it had on me now. So I thought I would want to do some chocolate, but I really didn't have any experience with it. I like to cook. I like cooking international foods. But at that time, I didn't know how to melt chocolate properly. I would burn it. So I started writing a business plan for a chocolate company that I wanted to create there. And my original idea was to import fine chocolates from Europe and create a chocolate shop. And while I was writing the plan, it just, something that was missing, and that was the sense that I wanted to create something that really had an identity that was part of me. And it's hard to do that selling other people's product. So then I decided I wanted to create my own products, and so I took a training program. There's a chocolate research institute near San Francisco.
Surprise, surprise!
It's kind of everything there, right? So San Francisco is kind of an incubator for ideas and creativity. And so I found the Chocolate Research Institute that was headed by a guy from London. London wasn't I didn't know London was in my future, but he's from London. He's been teaching chocolate since the 60s. He's in the Candy Hall of Fame. So this guy is ancient. He knows everything about chocolate and confection. So I took the training program. It was an intensive training program. And while I was there, I met a senior scientist at a large chocolate company near San Francisco, Guitar Chocolate. And she mentored me. I would spend long nights, basically nights. I would go, I had some friends who own restaurants. They would let me work in the kitchen after hours. So I would go after they closed at 10 o'clock at night. I would be there till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, practicing. And she would come around. Yeah, she would come around and critique my work, and she'd give me free ingredients to work with.
And what was she researching?
Yeah, she was a senior scientist, so she did research in all aspects of chocolate. Cacao, the beans, how they're grown, the flavor profile. She was, senior scientist for a multi-billion-dollar chocolate company. So she was over all of the scientific aspects of the chocolate business. But more importantly, she was just a wonderful person, and she was really willing to help, and that made a huge difference for me. And so that was in 2003 when I first took the training program in April, and crazy enough, I thought, well, I want to start a chocolate business by Christmas. So I didn't know how to melt chocolate in March. April of that year, I take a training program, and I thought I was going to launch a business going to by September, so I can go on